I have an 11-year-old brother at home, and I have to be a role model for him because he looks up to me, looks to me to get better.
Eric Grimes is elevated personified, but what I also love about the guy is he's 100% New York, and I love his spirit. So when people ask me, what is this show all about? I present to you Eric Grimes.
I'm standing on the sidewalk, talking with my colleagues after we finished doing what we had to do. 2-car accident occurred and it jumped the curb and hit me. There was no time to even wait for an ambulance. I was thrown into the back of an R&P police car. I was rushed from pretty much, you would say, Avenue U, East 34th Street, all the way to Kings County Hospital. That is a 25-minute ride easily. Right. I got there within 5 to 7 minutes. And pretty much, just rushed into the emergency room where I had a discussion with one of the chief surgeons. And he basically told me that, I lost proprioception in my left foot, meaning that I can't feel. And that it's going to take years and years of surgery after surgery as far as trying to go save your foot. And he said the best possible way would be amputation. And everything changed from that point on. It's funny, what you deem to be important is not that important when something else, bigger comes in hand. So.
But the story is not about the accident. The whole time I'm sitting with him, I'm thinking to myself, how would I react to a situation like this happening to me? How would you react? The story of Eric begins right now.
And I got visitors from all around the clock. 2 or 3 in the morning, I'll be sleeping in my room. Somebody's knocking on the door. A guy from patrol who's doing midnights. Guys that came on their tours to come see me. But it was definitely overwhelming, to see that type of influx of people. It's, people I even know. Then I left the hospital. And that was like the biggest thing, was like, okay, how I'm gonna react now, being on the street of New York now, and I'm this way now.
So here's a guy that has every reason in the world to be a little down and in need of a little love, but instead, he's the one handing out motivational speeches.
I didn't feel sorry for myself. And the last thing I want is anybody to look at me with pity, because I don't go about business like that at all. It's I don't make the situation the biggest part of my day or the biggest part of me. That's not the case at all. Like a friend told me, Eric, I have to catch up to you. I'm not there yet. It's going to take me a little time. And that's totally understandable. I don't expect for people to wrap their head around the concept of how I feel. I don't try to sell it to you neither. If I go to the store, if I'm working out, if I come from here especially, and I go straight to the store and I'm like this, yeah, now, obviously they are, mostly kids. I have an Iron Man on my leg, and I did that purposely because the way I say it is that I give you something to look at, opposing to, you're just draw attention. And most people came up to me and thought it was like the coolest thing. One guy, I was at the gym working out, and the guy was like, oh, I thought it was a tattoo on your leg, man. It's really kick ass, And I'm like, all right, cool. I listen to people complain all the time, and I laugh. And then they'll really think about it. Go, what am I complaining to you for, Eric? You have this going on. I go, well, I'll listen to you. You want to complain, I'll listen. But everybody's different. Everybody's a different type of threshold. I get a little bit more upset for people that just constantly complain all the time, and that's the thing. Like, you can't complain all the time. Everything's not going to work out for you.
So here's a guy who gets into this really horrible accident and loses his leg. And he decides that it's time to take up running. And he doesn't decide to just do a fun run with the baby strollers and the balloons. He decides that right off the bat, he's gonna do a 10-kilometer run. That's 6.2 miles, and that's not easy to do.
I never thought of running a 10K prior to this at all. I wasn't really interested in running at all. I'm more of a person that likes to do activities and that likes to, run around and, but just to do a run and to set your mind to that is something totally different. That's a mental discipline. I figure, it really coincides as far as what I had going on, as far as with the injury. It was a mental, pretty much mental exercise.
So after sitting with him for about an hour and hearing, positive answer after positive answer and being so impressed by him just as a person, I asked him, sum up everything. Sum up the whole thing. And his answer just blew me away.
And I don't want to use any type of cliches as far as, you got to keep pressing on, you got to keep, obviously you do, but it's okay to be upset. It's okay with anything, with any type of change. It's okay to be upset. And I think a lot of people shy away from change.
Definitely.
And it's, if you're used to that one position, then and someone rattles you a little bit, then the whole world comes down. In this case, I didn't have a choice as far as what I wanted to do. It was one of these things that I cannot control, and I think that's what the message is. Listen, you can't control a lot of things, but you can, when the situation arrives and your number's called, you can handle it in a certain type of way. And I believe I kind of handled this, this whole situation eloquently as much as I can, as far as how I'm feeling and stuff like that. I felt a lot of ways, things that I pretty much kept to myself. It wasn't, I just felt it just inappropriate to take my anger out or frustration onto the world or onto my family. That's not the case. Even though my family felt it was okay, but I didn't feel it was okay because it's not their fault. There's no sense. You can never properly move on if you hold on to baggage. And at this point in my life, I'm just trying to let everything go.